started journaling about a week ago, and this is how it went. I'm on this kind of journey of like self-love and becoming the best version of myself, I guess you could say. I've been really trying to make this year a year of self-growth, and for that it's been about trying to become more confident, which is what I talked about in my latest video, which you will see up here. I've realized that it was really stopping me from living my best life and stopping me from doing a lot of things. Along with that, I just had so many thought patterns that were not working well for me, and I just knew that I wanted to get to the root of it. And by doing that, I had to write it down. I just had to. I do have those moments of doing nothing and just staring out at like a beautiful landscape or something and just letting my thoughts go, but it doesn't happen very often. Especially this year, I'm not outside as much, I'm not doing things as much, I'm always in the same space, which I found is not helpful for me and stops me from having those moments of like just being with myself and thinking. And so I just thought journaling is going to really help me to let things go. The past 2 years have been really difficult for many reasons. At least the last year, you can understand why, because everybody's going through the same hard things, I guess. And yeah, I've had a lot of things happen before that that were really life-changing and really changed who I am and how I think. I just needed to find a way to start. I've watched a ton of videos on YouTube before starting journaling just so that I could kind of know where to go, because it kind of felt daunting. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to start. It was just like, I just need to do it. I just don't know how to do it. So I just watched a few videos of people that I love. I found Nina Florence on YouTube, and I'm so obsessed with her now. And her video is really helpful, so I'll put it in the down bar as well. What I did the first time was I just sat down, I took my notebook that my sister got me for Christmas, which is also like so beautiful, and the pages are absolutely super like good quality, and I just love it so much. I'm gonna start and do a whole thing on this first page, but for now I just left it out. And what I did was I started writing down entry ideas. One thing that really scared me about journaling was that what if that day I don't know what to say? What if I don't know how to start? What if it's too hard? And so I just thought I need to find ways to answer a few things when I don't know what to do, which is why I kind of looked out entry ideas. I took some from Nina Florence, like I said. I took some from Lavender and other things that I was thinking about, just so that it could help me on days when I don't know what to say or scared to journal as well, because that happens. So that's what I started with on my first day. And so a few of my entries are: what did I do today? What do I want to do today? How am I feeling? What's on my mind at the moment? What am I worrying about? What are my goals for today? Where do I see myself in a year, 2 years, 5 years? What am I proud of myself for recently? What am I manifesting? Who inspires me? What inspires me right now, today? 5 or 10 things I am loving at the moment. What am I grateful for? Quotes I want to implement. Affirmations. What am I holding on to? What do I need to let go of? Where am I putting my energy into? Where do I want to put my energy into? Where am I finding joy? What am I working towards? 3 traits my future self will have. The person I'm becoming will experience more. Then I started and I did something that my therapist will be very happy that I did. I just wrote my name in the middle, and I wrote things that I like about myself, qualities or skills. And I'm still working towards that because it's really something I'm struggling with. Like I said, I really am working on my self-confidence, and that's something that I really I'm trying to do is to find ways that I'm really pinpoint things that I like about myself, that are good, that are positive, that I can do. And then I wrote some goals for 2021. I just wanted a few things so that I can go back to it when I don't know what to say, what to do, or I need manifesting tips. And then I did something that I thought could really help me some days, were quotes to remember. And so those are quotes that can help me when I'm feeling down, when I'm feeling insecure, when my confidence is really low. And on days when I don't feel great, I write down how I'm feeling and just let go of some thoughts and feelings and the bad energy. I just write it down, and at the end I just choose like a few quotes that I need to remember, and I found that it's really been helping me. I can read out a few for you. I found most of them on Pinterest or things I've listened to on podcasts. Rahini Elise has one of the best podcasts ever, and she had an episode on, I think it was self-confidence, and I took out some of them because they were so good, so that's at the end. But some are, if you never try, you'll never know. Become more aware of what's worth your energy. You'll be amazed at what you attract once you start believing in what you deserve. You attract what you are ready for. Create the life you can't wait to wake up to. Just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it never will. I think you should keep going just to see what happens. The way you speak to yourself matters. You get what you work for, not what you wish for. That's when I need a kick in the butt. And then another one is morning affirmations. I don't always journal in the morning. I'll talk about that later, but sometimes I just need a few affirmations. I just need to like either read them or write them after my entry that day. And one, like those that I'm going to read out, the other ones are too personal, but the other ones are ones that I heard from Rohini's podcast episode on self-confidence, and I thought that was just so good. It was like from messages that her listeners wrote. Like sometimes when she does a podcast episode on a specific topic, she asks her audience to like write her their perfect life or self-confidence tips, and these were so good. So the first one, which is so smart, is never take criticism from someone you wouldn't take advice from. Focus your energy on the positive, on achieving your dreams, bring passion in your life, and try to grow as a person and bring joy to the world. Another one is confidence is the most attractive thing you can wear, and the other one is other people's opinions are none of my business, so I must try to be myself. Those really help on days when I'm really not feeling too great, so that's why I left like a few pages at the beginning so that I can fill them out, and it can help me after writing down how I'm feeling each day to find other ways to be more positive and confident. I don't always journal in the morning. I'm trying, because I know it will set the tone for my day, but I'm really not a morning person, and I'm finding it hard to incorporate it in my morning routine for some reason. I do spend quite some time in the morning stretching because I have a lot of back issues, and my physio told me like to do a few exercises, and then I have some breakfast, and then it's quite late, so I want to start working, and so I'm not always making it a priority to journal in the morning. I kind of feel like I prefer to do it at night sometimes. I'm just gonna try to do both, a little bit in the morning and a little bit at night if I feel like it, because I love it at night because it really helps me to go over the entire day and think about how I was feeling and how the day went, how it started versus how it ended, and to just let go of some thoughts, like kind of a brain dump at the end of the day, just so that I can try to separate daytime and nighttime, because I work from home. So sometimes it's a little hard to, even if I go in the kitchen and I start cooking dinner, I keep thinking about the day, and so when I journal, it really helps me to let it out and then do something else and not think about it. But I do think in the morning it could really help me on days when I'm not feeling good to really be more positive and change the way that I feel in the morning. Like for example, this morning, to be honest, I woke up, I was not feeling great. I'm very tired at the moment, and I think I just woke up annoyed about it. I was like, I'm just so sick of it. I wake up in the morning and I'm tired, I don't want to do anything, and I was really frustrated, and I just thought, you're going to have a bad day just by thinking that today is a bad day because you're tired. and you just need to switch that around. And then I just thought about this video and how it really helps me to journal. I still need to write it down, so I'll do that after that video. I'm still working on my when and how I'm journaling, but I'm kind of always excited about it, which may sound weird, but the feeling of journaling is really to let things out and let things go a bit more. I'm trying not to be too restrictive about it, if I'm honest, because that's how I can be. I'm just trying to see what happens and go with the flow in a way, and just to let it be a self-care moment for me, which is not always taking a bath and lighting candles. That's really great, but self-care can also be to do things that you know are good for you but you really don't want to do. And some days that's why it's so hard for me to journal, is that I don't feel ready, I don't feel strong enough to think about some things, to work on some thought patterns. Like for example, yesterday, I'm really sorry about the light, by the way. It's very sunny today and I'm really struggling with it. Anyways, for example, yesterday I was not feeling great yesterday. I was feeling quite down. So today did not start too well for me. Since yesterday I haven't been feeling really great. I didn't get a project that I really wanted to get that would have meant a constant stream of revenue for a few weeks. Yeah, I just felt really down about it yesterday, and I kind of got really sad and defeated. And so yesterday I decided to write a little bit on my journal. I think I was very tired as well, which didn't really help, and so I didn't really push it. I didn't want to force myself. I still wrote and I felt okay about it. I think it was more like accepting my feelings, and it didn't mean that I was feeling totally different or better. It was just that I was accepting my feelings, and I was accepting that I was not feeling great. I was feeling very defeated. I felt down. I felt like nothing is gonna work out. Honestly, like, being self-employed is already hard as it is, but honestly, having a new business during a pandemic, that is really not cool. Anyways, I don't know, everything felt very hard yesterday. I just thought, you need to let it out. You need to just write it down. And sometimes it can be silly. It's just writing down how you're feeling is kind of taking it from your brain and putting it somewhere else in a way. And I know that sometimes it's hard. I know that sometimes I don't want to do it, but it's always beneficial. Some days it doesn't help in the way that I don't feel 100% right after. It's not magic, but it does make me feel like I've taken a weight out of my brain in a way, and like I'm at peace with how I'm feeling. And that's something I'm also working on, is being okay with however I'm feeling and accepting the lows and accepting the highs. I know that journaling has been really helpful, and the first day was hard. The first day I didn't know what to do. I was, what am I doing? What am I saying? How am I starting my sentence even? That was weird. And the next day I kind of knew more what I wanted to do. And then after that I kind of found a routine of how I journal, and it's very personal. You need to find your own way of journaling that works for you, that gets you the best outcome from it. And just for me, it's writing down my feelings, how I'm thinking, without having a structure in it. And then it's kind of stopping and thinking about it and writing what I'm grateful for, writing how I can switch how I'm thinking, writing quotes of the day that will motivate me. It's just finding the structure that works for you, basically. It's been like a bit over a week, maybe 10 days or 2 weeks, I'm not sure, but I already find that it's going to be something really positive for me, and I'm sure it's really going to help with my self-growth journey and working on my trauma and working on my feelings. Like, this year is really hard, like 2020, and I'm pretty sure at least a part of 2021 is still going to be very challenging, and some days that feels like a lot, but at least writing it down on a journal is kind of letting go of those feelings and accepting them. That's been helpful, and honestly, anything that helps I'm taking it. I'll do a little update in a few weeks or months about how it's been journaling, and I'm very excited to like read entries like in a few months of when I started and kind of to feel and see the evolution in how I'm feeling. So do tell me if you're journaling or if you're thinking about it, and like we can work on this journey together. And I'd love to know what you use for journaling, when is the best time for you to journal, and kind of how you do it. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're staying strong, and it's okay if you don't feel strong. Just feel however you're feeling and just accept it. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye.